Edition. Good to be back after a short break. My name is Betty Kiptum. Let's get the business. Now, the government should reduce import declaration fees for raw materials and intermediate inputs for registered manufacturers from the current 2.5% to 1.5%. Economic experts say this will lower the cost of goods in the country at a time when the economy is facing multiple shocks. The Institute of Economic Affairs says the government should also invest more in social programs in the fiscal year 2024-2025 to ease the cost of living for Kenyans.
Since the enactment of the Finance Act in 2023, all imported goods, whether finished or in raw form, have been paying an import declaration fee of 2.5% and the railway development levy of 1.5% of customs value. The Institute of Economic Affairs says the National Treasury should reduce the fees to a 1.5% preferential rate for raw materials and intermediate inputs for registered manufacturers. The Institute says the long-term impact will be more taxes to the government in form of pay, excise and corporate tax, among other taxes on products thereof produced.
This will make it will incentivize even the firms and institutions that work around the manufacturing sector to set up manufacturing in the country and do create jobs for our youth and ensure that our products are a bit cheaper in terms of even making the cost of living to be a bit low.
IEA is also urging the government to ensure the National Treasury and MDAs prepare their budgets based on quarterly revenue collection pattern to avoid under-expenditure between the estimated budgets and actual spending. Today, IEA has launched its Citizens Alternative Budget 2024-2025, which is urging the government to require the various ministries, departments and agencies to not only mobilize more non-tax revenues, but also transfer resources to the exchequer. The Institute is also raising concerns with pending bills, which continue to put pressure on the scarce resources, with some of these bills attracting penalties, thereby putting more strain on the available resources.
Pending bills is a problem, and the Institute of Economic Affairs, we think it's a problem in public finance expenditure management, because you shouldn't have pending bills. It either shows that you're running contracts or delaying contracts or not paying on time. So that's the first thing. So the way to fix them is by making people accountable for what bills they run.
Additionally, the Institute has called for an increase in allocation for social expenditure by the government that will cater to children, who are often assembled with other groups such as youth, women, and vulnerable groups. This will further enhance the focus on equity and inclusion of children in public expenditure to redress inequality. Dutamo Kami for Prime Edition.